Hey everybody, That's Good Stuff. And we're doing something a little different. We're going to review a little bit of anime, specifically Bleach, a show that, I don't know if you're like us, you started a long, long time ago uh, in a different, probably state. If you're like me, I uh, when did Bleach come out? Like, I was in college, I think.
Like
Yeah,
originally?
yeah, it was a
I
long
think
time ago.
I think it's before you were in college.
Even before college. No, that's how old it is. So Bleach coming to an end. It's a 1,000 year blood war, I guess is what this arc is called. I didn't even realize it's already been two parts to this, right?
Hmm.
I forgot they went on a little break. It goes so fast. You're like, I want to see the end, but they're on another break. They're going to the third break, or actually second break into the third part. And did they said when that is? I don't think they have yet, right?
So 2004 is when it originally aired.
2004. So next year, 20 years of Bleach. Um,
When
so
it's gonna end,
yeah, when is it gonna end?
the next part's got to be the end because they're already up there.
Yeah, next part will be the end. But have they announced when that's gonna show? Is it like next year or something?
No, I don't know.
It's probably next spring, I would guess. Anyway, I've if you've been watching us on bonus stuff, you probably have seen that I've been going through it slowly. I did let 3 episodes last week, talked about those, and I watched the end
Where
of
were
it.
you? Where were you at? Or like where did you pick back up?
What do you mean, like last week?
Hmm.
So last week I watched 20, 21, and 22. Um, so this week I usually watch them in threes. That's just
So,
what I like to do. When
so
I
we're talking about 24, 25, and 26.
So we're talking about 23, 24, 25, and
That's
26.
four.
I know I had to watch four because there wouldn't be three left if I say three.
You just
I'd,
lied to them.
I usually watch it in threes, but there was an odd number, so I just ended up finishing it off. So we're gonna go through those last three and just like an overall general thoughts on this arc and your expectations for the future. So 23 is called Marching Out the Zombies. So continuing the zombie story.
Oh, you had the list up. I was
Oh yeah.
looking for it this whole time.
Um I hate zombies, so I don't really
It's Hitsugaya.
I didn't really like these 2 episodes, but especially what came before them was like, oh cool, we're getting this stuff, and then we get these zombie episodes. Like Jared said, Hitsugaya comes back dead. I guess that's
You
the
can't come back dead. That's redundant.
he woke up dead. I guess that was the interesting part of this episode was that there's actually dead captains and lieutenants out there.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
'Cause
it focuses on one of your favorite captains.
no.
Yes.
Well, it does actually at the end. So my favorite captain does come at the end, and he fights that little love guy.
Oh yeah.
Um,
That PP guy.
Peepee.
That's his name.
I thought it was Pepe.
Same thing.
He's not a.
Two less E's.
um. Yeah. So Byakuya, who I think is the coolest captain, and was cool in this episode too, because he's like taking down three of them, and that one guy, that stupid lieutenant with like the 69 on his eye, he comes and he's like, "Hey, I got
Oh,
one."
Shuhei or whatever his name is.
Yeah, he's like, "I got one," and he's like, "I got three." But that
I
guy's
know. Everyone's been struggling, and Byakuya gets three.
yeah,
And I don't like that he didn't get like anything new. It's the same Bankai.
yeah, he's just strong now. He was the only reason they defeated him earlier was because they stole the Bankai, so he just needed it back. He was fine.
You're saying that he could have done this before?
Yeah, if they didn't have the power to steal Bankais, he would have been fine.
No.
Yeah, so I like the scientist captain too. He's pretty
That's who I was talking about.
Oh, um, you're not talking about the Iceman?
No, no one likes him. Only like teenage women.
You know, it's, they kind of like updated the visuals on his Bankai. It was kind of cool.
Who's
The ice
Itsugai's?
guy, yeah.
It's still lame.
Yeah, he's
It's
still
like
lame, but
there's three that are super lame. His, uh, Renji's, and Captain Puppy Face.
yeah.
Because they're always big and they don't do anything. They just stand there and get hit.
Yeah, they are. Renji's is terrible. So like I said, the ice guy is dead, so he's a zombie now. And there's two more zombies that from the real buff guy. I don't remember what were the names of.
Kensei and Love,
Yeah, what was their group called? I
the
forget.
visor. No, are they?
Visors or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
those.
they're visors because that's not a spot in. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't really care for them. I like
there.
their leader.
There's a lot of groups. There's a lot
Yeah,
of groups in Bleach.
I
You
like
like
their
Shinji?
yeah, I like their leader, but I don't and like the girl, but I don't like
I
those
love
two.
Kensei.
You do? He's a
Cool.
wimp.
He is pretty wimpy, but
So those guys are dead.
it was cool when he stopped that luchador's, like when he was gonna stomp what's his name, and he stopped it with his
Yeah,
foot.
that was cool. Do you think these guys are gonna come back to life? Are they just gonna
Probably.
be
They're
dead?
not gonna let Hitsugai die.
You don't think so? Because he is popular with
That's
the
like letting Sasuke die, and all the women are like, "Oh,
I don't know, maybe. People have died in Bleach before. Captains have died.
just the bad guys."
True. Um, yeah, so that episode, I don't even remember how that ends, but the next episode is called uh Too Early to Win, Too Late to Know. So this is getting back into the meat, the good stuff, because the main baddie, the king of the Quincy's,
Oh, is this when you get a flashback?
they arrive at the royal palace. Which flashback are you talking?
When him and the head of
Oh
the Zero
yeah,
Squad,
and it's like black and white or something.
yeah,
Yeah, so they're
and they're
talking.
talking about
I
how to
guess
deal with.
is the Soul King really his dad, or does he just call him dad? Or
Yeah, in the manga, it's like both.
hmm,
It's like he was directly made from the Soul King, but they're
okay,
not like blood related. I think it was just like he created them, kind of.
okay. Yeah, so they're like talking about a truce between the Quincy's and the Soul Reapers. Um, and obviously that didn't work or something. Is this
Because they went in. I don't remember what he like. Oh,
he
because
just
the
didn't want to?
Soul Reapers had the decision how to deal with them.
Yeah.
Because you know how like the Quincy's are like, oh, we just got to get rid of them altogether
Hmm.
instead of purifying them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they arrive at the royal palace and it's pretty cool. You get like the royal guard comes out,
Oh yeah, those guys, the ninjas
the
or
ninja
whatever.
guys, and then they fight the guys with the like gas mask, I guess, the Quincy's with the kind of Quincy goons.
Oh yeah.
So it's like a foot soldiers fighting each other. And the guards win, but then the boss has brought his four like lieutenants with him.
The generals or whatever.
Yeah, and so
There's a
they like,
Thor,
oh,
there's a sniper, there's a hooded man.
and then that guy that's kind of been around before.
Yeah,
He
the
looks,
second in command or whatever.
yeah, kind of looks like Elvis or something.
Oh, and then there's that guy that looks like Eisen but isn't Eisen.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought you
Okay,
were talking about the blonde guy.
no, him and Ururu are there too, but they just kind of watch. But anyway, so they got those four guys, and then they call in this other guard, royal guard, who's like gigantic, and it was cool. But he doesn't last very long. The hooded man just like crumbles him up.
Oh yeah.
That's his power, I guess. So then you get the Zero Squad comes to fight, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They trap
Yeah.
him in this giant bird cage, and the main fighter is the swordsmith guy, and he's got like the ultimate sword. I think
It's
he
so
said,
sharp it can't be
yeah,
sheathed.
can't.
So he has
So
to
he
keep
keeps
it in
it in
jail.
Jello. Keeps it in Jello. But yeah, it's like a one-hit sword. If he cuts you with it, you're dead. So he gives him a good fight. Um, and pretty much it looks like he wins. And then it, I'm trying to remember. I think the boss escapes the cage real fast. He like
Yeah.
throws a little
Pinned
teleporter
it.
thing out and teleports him out of the cage. So he's fighting the captain of the Zero Squad. I guess he's the captain. He's got like a
Yeah.
big paintbrush.
Mm.
So they're fighting, and he's kind of losing to him too. So
And so he's got like the right arm of the Soul King
yeah,
or Rio.
they showed that he's got like his eyes in his arm.
Mm.
He's like in Naruto. He's like
Well, everyone can tap into that like eye thing because the main bad guy can do it. He can do it, and then Ichigo is showing that he could.
hmm.
Those visual jutsus are
Yeah,
coming
they
out.
got like visual jutsus now. Um, so they're losing. So uh the leader of the Quincy's, he does this technique where basically he just steals all of the energy
All
from,
the lesser Quincy's, he takes their
yeah.
powers.
So pretty much none anyone that's still in the Serity, I can't even say it.
Surete?
Yeah, the Serite, and only the guys that are with him get to keep their powers. So it like sucks up. They kills them.
Yeah.
Um, kills all those guys, and they didn't know about them. They're kind of mad about it.
And the manga, all of them come from him. Like
Yeah,
he spawned them all, and so he's just like taking back and distributing powers.
yeah, yeah. He's like the ultimate communist or something.
Hmm.
Um,
Well,
so
they are.
they all get power boosts. The guys you thought were dead come back to life with their wings because they have wings. Even Uryu, who just looked like he got knocked out, didn't look like he got killed or anything. He comes back. He doesn't have wings though, does no.
No, he's the
Uh,
chosen one, though.
so they all come back, and we go to the next episode, which is called The Master. And then this is basically the inverse of that last one where the Zero Squad were kicking butt. This is about the Quincy's kicking butt. Since they all got their power upgrades. Um, yeah, I,
The main zero squad guy, his power is kind of cool. He can like take away names of things so they don't have like meaning, and so they're like useless. And he's
yeah,
like, "I'm gonna take away your voice," and then
yeah. You can't talk. I don't remember much of what happened in this one.
this one they're just fighting amongst themselves. So they get the upper hand. Like the sniper can shoot through anything,
Yeah.
and he just shoots through the creator of the Zombictos, and and then the other guys you get to see what they do, but then eventually, does it happen in this episode or the next one? Where like
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I
Because
think it's the next episode.
yeah, because I'm pretty sure this one's just about the Quincy's kind of winning. Um, but I think do they kind of make a comeback on them, or they just
They
get
kind
their
of
butt
even
kicked?
out. They kind of
Yeah,
even out. They were
yeah,
saying
because
that they
like
weren't trying.
the sword guy comes back somehow because he can just cut the bullets or something like that.
Well, at first he gets killed from that guy that looks like Aizen. Not killed, but he was poisoned.
Oh yeah,
Like he's like, the more blood you have, the more poison. So he bleeds out, and the guy, with the pompadour, his red water can like replenish blood or
hmm
give people back blood. So he's fine now, and I think he finally kills that guy. No, because they're at the end with the lady.
Yeah.
But I think he swipes or like cuts him, and then the guy shoots him, and then they all pair off fighting whoever they get paired off with. And then they're like breaking the and then there's more fighting with the main bad guy and the leader of the Zero Suit Squad or the Zero Squad.
And the whole time this is going on, Ichigo and his friends are in a rocket because
Yeah, like from the second season.
that firework dude came back and shot him through a rocket. Um, but this one ended interesting. I forgot about this. So they go back to the Serite, and the new head captain's there.
Oh yeah.
And he's kind of like looking at everything, and it's all broken. He's like, are we going to fix this? And then his friend comes back, who's
Kudetake?
yeah, he's kind of the sickly captain that's always sick. He's
Yeah.
like always in bed. They never really explained much about him.
They do in the manga right now.
Oh, okay.
It has to do with because in the manga he has the left arm
Oh, okay.
of
So yeah,
Rio.
because they show like a shadow behind him,
Hmm.
and it's got like that eye. So
Yeah.
you're like, oh, did the Soul King go to him now or something like that? So that's
He had
kind
the
of
left arm.
it's kind of like mysterious what's going on with him.
Hmm.
Um,
And I don't know what the main captain or the new head captain is. I always forget his name.
yeah,
It starts with an S or something like that. But I don't know what he's planning. If it's anything like the manga, probably to get Aizen.
Raku, I think it says. Yeah, because he definitely seems to have plans. Because he's like, well, this was never the target. They were always going to
Yeah,
the Soul Palace, I think it's called. And then we get to the next episode, which is called Black, and this one was really cool, I thought,
yeah.
because you got two main fights. The rem- the people in the Zero Squad, they sacrificed, three of them sacrificed their lives to power up an individual,
Oh
which
yeah.
happens to be the um,
Apparently they had like a seal
yeah, that
that kind of
limits
like
their or
yeah.
distributes their power, kind of like the Quincy's.
Mhm.
Um, and it makes so if they break the seal, one of them by dying, one of them gets like all the power, and that's the dressmaker lady.
Master Weaver, whatever she's called.
Yeah, and she does her bankai, which I thought was really cool. It
It'd
kind
be
of
cool to see if they all have a Bankai like that, where it's
yeah.
just like massive.
So yeah, it's like a massive bankai that traps each of the Quincy's in a room and it appears to kill them. But Uryu's there, so I'm guessing it doesn't kill them because I'm guessing Uryu doesn't die. Um, but who knows? Maybe he does and comes back. I don't know. And then meanwhile, the Zero Squad captain is fighting the Quincy leader with this paintbrush, and it's like he uses that power that steals Bankai on the painter guy. He's like, oh, we'll
uh,
take all your black because he paints with black ink, I guess. So he does that, but then the guy's like, you can't take that, that's mine.
and he's like, all the black in the world is mine.
Yeah. And it's kind of cool because when he takes it, his beard's like white instead of
Yeah.
black. And then he's got like this big hand powers. I don't know
He's
if that
got
comes
like
from this.
Bayonetta powers where like
Yeah, I
these
don't know
big
if that comes from the Soul King or whatever, but he like smacks the guy away. And basically that's how it ends. That's how this part ends with him defeating the Quincy leader for now. As we'll see what happens next.
Is that the last thing that happened?
Yeah, that was like and then Cone comes and has Cone comedy.
He's the king of New York.
Yeah, the king of New York. So yeah, I thought that last episode was really cool. I did have a question,
Hmm.
and it was regarding the old head captain, the old guy.
Yamamoto?
Wasn't one of his powers he could bring back like
The
dead
dead?
soul
He can bring
reapers?
back the people that he has killed.
Oh, okay. So he does have that power.
Yeah.
So that's basically like one of the Quincy's powers, right?
Mm.
Okay.
Well, like the one that made everyone zombies,
Yeah.
they can make zombies if they get any of that person's blood on them or in them.
Well, and also they were having like a conversation, the scientist, and I think it was Byakuya, and he's like, "Oh, how could you use like
Oh, and
old salt,
he's like,
old
they gotta
soldier?"
protect them if they can get up or something like that.
Yeah, it's like even in death they have to protect the
Yeah.
Sarate. But he's like, he says that, and I'm like, well, didn't the old captain kind of do that too? And he's bringing back dead guys. Um,
Well, he's not zombified. He can't do
True.
anything.
Okay.
He's just using those bodies.
So what do
And
you?
then why did they bring back those what do they call them? Espada.
I don't know.
It's like bringing back the
They should have brought back what's his Jabberjaw and
well in the
the
manga
Bat guy.
they bring back they bring back now I forgot his name because he called him Jabberjaw, but they bring back him
They do?
and they bring back that shark girl.
Well, why didn't they do that? That would have been way cooler.
And then the head captain brings Aizen and one full bringer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They
Well,
have to
that.
use that full bringer to like destroy the main bad guy.
Well, you're getting ahead of us now in the anime.
Well,
'Cause
it's supposed to be different. Like there's already differences. Like those two
really?
characters that aren't brought back. I doubt they bring him back like the last
So you don't even think they'll bring back Aizen?
I don't know. They showed him like
Yeah, they did show him. Uh, so what are you thinking of this so far? This whole thing?
I just the main I guess spoilers, if you haven't watched them yet, but the main thing I'm intrigued about is Ichigo being a vessel for the Soul King, because that was not even a thing in the manga.
Oh, really?
Um, so that's going to be interesting. And then like the new head captains will go. This scene wasn't in the manga, is when he goes to his Ichigo's friends in school, and he's like, "Hey, he's doing some training that might not let him come back to the world of the living or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting to see if he does become a vessel and can't come back, or how they're going to handle that.
How does it end in the manga?
In the manga, like I said, the Fullbringer, he has like reality warping powers.
Which one
So
is it? I don't remember.
the one with the book.
Oh, okay.
Um, so he kind of writes what's his name out of the story.
And they have shown them in the anime.
Did they show him?
Yeah, real quickly. They're like in the background of the hat guy, hat and claw guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like talking to someone, I don't remember. And you can see him in the background.
Hmm.
So
Maybe
what did how does Aizen
he doesn't
figure
really
into
do
that?
anything. He
Oh,
just kind
really?
of fights them, like
Uh,
holds them off for a while, but
so you think
mainly
they'll go a
fight.
different route with the anime? Because
I don't
the writer
know.
has said that he wasn't too happy with how
Yeah.
it
Well,
ended.
no one was happy, so he's like, "Oh, I have more time to write." So
Yeah, so I guess more focus on Ichigo, I'm guessing.
yeah,
And the anime makes it seem like Ichigo and Uru are gonna have,
a Sasuke Naruto fight.
well, like they're gonna be important. Like maybe they're gonna take on the roles of the two bosses.
Yeah. I do not remember what Uryu does in the manga.
No.
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
But
Uh,
it's heavy Naruto vibes from them
yeah.
on this season.
So I told Jared this. I hope they come back with better music for the ending, just because the first part I loved. Like the
Mhm.
last song of the first part was great. This season, I
Opening's okay.
the opening's okay, and then the ending I hate. I skip it, man.
I don't think I've ever fully watched it.
It's terrible. Um, but yeah, so I'm interested to see what they do. It's gonna be fun, especially
Yeah.
if they change it from the manga. Then you're gonna be like surprised.
There's gonna be fans that are still mad, like that's worse.
Yeah, they'll be like, he'll get with Rukia now.
I
or
actually
something.
like the manga.
I prefer the manga ending. Oh, okay. So we're gonna stop right here because we got other shows to record. This week, if you guys want to check out our other shows, that's good stuff. We are reviewing the end of Ahsoka. That's easy, episodes 6, 7, and 8. So check that out on Wednesday. And then Friday, we'll do bonus stuff, which will also be Star Wars related. So if you want to check that out too. And then on our other channel, that's weird stuff. We're talking about a ghost ship, a famous ghost ship. So you might want to check that out. Subscribe, like, and notify yourself for even more good stuff to come. Maybe we'll do My Hero Academia when I go through that because they finally dubbed it, so I can finally go through it. So maybe
People have moved on, Joseph.
maybe we can talk about that. But I haven't. So we'll see you next time.